Hello. Welcome to today's stimulus update and news report. This is January the 14th of 2022. Welcome, entrepreneurs and business owners. This is where you can find out information about how to get a financial lifeline for you and your small business. So do come on in if you're new. Do let us know who you are, where you are hailing from, and we welcome you to our channel. Thank you all for all of you all that continue to support, that continue to share, because you are impacting so many lives of small business owners and the businesses that they own and operate. So we thank you. Happy Friday. It's been so super busy. That's why I'm coming on a little bit later today, but I didn't want to end the week without giving you all important information so that you can take action over the weekend. There's more financial relief coming on, more grants. We're going to be talking about tax credits. We're going to be talking about Eidl and some of the things, the major things that we as She Boss Talk are doing, again, to help you all get the financial relief that you need. So I'm first going to get started with the Eidl program. We know that the Eidl program closed to new applicants at the end of 2021, December 31st of 2021. Some people still don't know that the program closed, or they may have misinformation, thinking it closed to everyone. The applications closed to new applicants. So if you had your application in by the deadline, the SBA is continuing to process your application regardless of the status. They did stop processing any applications or funding related to the supplemental grant, but they're continuing to process for the targeted up to $10,000. And they're also continuing to process the loans as well as the loan modifications for an increase. So that's important news, because there's still hundreds of thousands of small businesses and entrepreneurs, gig workers, nonprofits still in the process. I'm happy to say that over the last 2 weeks, we have been holding Eidl application assistance workshops, and they have been going amazing. Business owners are getting breakthroughs that they need to get access to the Eidl funding. They're learning things about their business that they didn't know. They're overcoming challenges that they have. They're learning to implement new best practices for their business so that they can move forward with success. The great thing about these workshops is that they're live. I am actually hosting the workshops as an expert in the Eidl program. So you have access to other business owners. You get to hear from them and their unique challenges. You get to hear how we're working through to get them the financial relief that they need. So it's just an awesome experience. So if you or someone you know is still having challenges trying to get through the application process for Eidl, either the grant, the loan, or both, do meet us for the workshop. Now, I have decided to host these workshops every Wednesday at 7 p.m. It's a 2-hour workshop. So 2 hours on Wednesday in the evenings to accommodate more of your schedules. You can find the invite in the show note, in the descriptions, or just going to our Facebook page. It is a Facebook event. And then before the actual workshop, I do send out the Zoom details, because it just works better to do it via Zoom than to do it Facebook Live. I need to be able to see you and interact with you and have you all be able to share your information on screen so I can properly guide you through the process. And again, this has been highly successful. That's why I continue to do this, and I know I will do it through the last week of January. So do register. It is $99. You know, if you work with me one-on-one, is much higher than that. But again, it's getting a breakthrough. So what is it that you're looking to get? And I'm happy to report, just want to share a testimonial real quickly with you all. There is a woman, she has a cleaning business. She had been emailing me multiple times. She was really desperate. She has employees, thinking she was on the verge of losing her business, didn't know what to do because she's been struggling with SBA and struggling to get any other types of loans. Well, she emailed me the other day with her testimony. with a big heartfelt thank you. I know I shared this across many of my platforms to give you all hope. So she thought, all hope was lost. But she didn't give up. And she got approved for over $80,000 in an SBA loan. And she is also submitted to get qualified for the ERTC tax credit, which I will be talking about shortly. So just think about finding out that you can now have that money, so you don't have to let go of your employees. You can pay them more. You can give them added benefits. That is an amazing testimony, and it's so rewarding. That is why we continue to use this platform to help small business owners. No matter who you are or where you are, you can learn from what the content that we provide and use it for yourself, so that you can be successful in business, and so that you can overcome the negative impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. So that's just one of many, many, many testimonials that we receive on a daily basis. So I hope that gives you hope. But hope is not enough. You really have to take action and be proactive. You can't give up. You have to be persistent and keep going. Right? So she didn't give up, and she was able to win, not only for herself, but her business and her employees and the people that she serves with her cleaning businesses. The solutions that she provides are needed by her clients. And so she's now able to continue to do that. So again, the Eidl program is close to new applicants, but the hundreds of thousands that are still in process, there's still hope for you. You can still get approved for your Eidl loan or your Eidl grant. So that is the Eidl program. Now I want to move into the employee retention tax credits. These are refundable tax credits. This is huge. This is another program, relief program, that we have been helping small business owners get access to, that had no clue that this program even existed, and that this money is possibly available for them and their businesses. This program is for businesses that have W-2 employees, okay? And it takes, if you go to our description, our show notes, you'll find a link to the survey to see if you qualify, and our team of experts we have partnered with will help you get access to your credit. I mean, just yesterday we got businesses approved for over 26,000. Another business approved for 17,000. Before that, two businesses, 60,000, 66,000. A community development corporation, over $100,000 that they did not know that they could even get. We're talking about businesses on the verge of closing. They don't know what options are available. The larger businesses are taking advantage of these opportunities. They know about it. But unfortunately, the underserved communities are the ones that continue to miss out, because there's not enough outreach for our communities and not enough people sharing. So that's why, as large as our network is not big enough to get the word out. That's why we rely on you all to share the videos, tag business owners that you know in our videos, let them know, call them, text them, email them, ask them to come watch this video. Do you know about this program? See if you qualify. Now, we can't guarantee they'll qualify. I don't have anything to do with this. Basically, they put in their information as completely and as accurately as they can, and quickly they can know if they are qualified or not. And it takes literally a few days to go through the process to get the claims filed with the IRS. And then it takes the IRS about 16 weeks or so to process the claim so that you can get your funds. Okay, so look at it as like a bonus for your business, that not all hope is lost, that you're going to get some financial relief. And look at it as Christmas in July, right? So expect that around the July timeframe, you may get around about that timeframe, get access to this. Now, this program came out at the same time as PPP and Eidl. It just flew under the radar because PPP was so popular as a forgivable loan. Everybody was talking about it, right? So that's how it should be familiar to you. It's a similar program. It's a tax credit. And there have been many tax credits that have been rolled out through numerous bills in relation to the CARES Act and the COVID-19 pandemic, some of which I'm going to be talking about again in this video. So do be mindful of that. This is not the only tax credit, not the only type of tax credit that you can get, but this is huge because there's still around $400 billion available for small businesses. So think about where you patronize businesses, especially hard-hit businesses, restaurants. Please, if you go to a restaurant, you love their food, you're going in there weekly, like I know some of you all do because you're taking the pictures. Talk to the business owner, ask them, do you know about this tax credit? Go check out her video, give them our link that we get and say, look, take 5-10 minutes to see if you qualify for this program so you can get financial relief for your business, right? You can't guarantee that they will qualify. Some will, some won't, but I can tell you that many businesses will. Okay, many businesses will. Daycares were hit hard. Any of those businesses on the front line, brick and mortar businesses that weren't fully essential businesses were hard hit. Talk to those business owners, right? So we have gotten businesses of all industries that have applied, have submitted their surveys that we're processing through to get their claims filed through the IRS. And our experts are top notch. And you need an expert to help you through this process. This is not one that most business owners even know how to do on their own. So you want to make sure you have the expertise so they're following the regulations, they're making sure they're in compliance so that there's no issues down the road. Let an expert handle it for you, and we're able to do that for you. So again, we have helped so many businesses already. I've gained so many partners over the past week or so because again, there's millions of business owners around the country. And so we need more partners. So if you would like to partner with us, please send me an email at hello@shebosstalk.com. And let's help the small business owners get access to this employee retention tax credit. Okay, so we don't want the small businesses to miss out. And if this is helpful for you, the average credit is around $260,000. And I'm sure you know what that could potentially mean for a small business owner who is on the verge of closing their business. We cannot afford to keep losing our small businesses. And especially the hardest hit have been in minority communities, right? Women-owned businesses, disabled businesses, minority business, Black-owned businesses. So please get the word out. If you're a member of a chamber, if you're a member of a co-work space, if you're a member of any business group, association, organization, please reach out. I would love to partner with you. I just met with the chamber representative, met with the radio station who found out that she could potentially qualify for it. And we're going to be partnering together to get the word out to more businesses. I spoke with the Black Chamber here, the President's Council here in Cleveland, Ohio. A shout out to Waverly Willis, who has barber shops here. He is well known, a huge community leader, huge small business advocate here in the Cleveland area. And he connected us. And so that's what it's about, getting that support system, making sure we get this information to every business so that there's no business left behind. So again, that is the ERTC tax credit. That's up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. So again, it takes 5 or 10 minutes to see if you qualify. Click that link to see if you do, so we can get moving on the process to get your claim filed so that you can get that money back, your money from the IRS. It's money that's owed to you, and money that is it's a reward for you for everything that you have been through during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, I want to mention the PPP forgiveness process. This process has been running fairly smoothly. I haven't heard really any complaints except, those that have either been fully denied or partially denied. There are some of those instances. Not everyone is going to be approved for their PPPs. We know the program closed in May, at the end of May of 2021. But there are many millions of businesses who received the PPP, and are going through the forgiveness process. So this is just a reminder to submit your applications for forgiveness. Within 10 months after your covered period, your payments will become due. Okay, so you want to get your forgiveness application in and get it forgiven before that date. But the application processes have been going smoothly. I heard one complaint about Square, but there are over, I believe, now 4,000 lenders that have opted into the SBA portal at this point. And the SBA portal, it literally takes 5 minutes. Now, this portal is designated specifically for those that receive PPP amounts of 150,000 and below. Okay. So the bigger companies, the larger companies already got theirs. They've been submitted their applications and gotten them approved. They have the highest approval rate and completion rate out of all the businesses. It is the smallest of small businesses that are still the ones that have not submitted their applications. But the SBA is projecting that they will have wrapped up all of the forgiveness applications by the end of third quarter of 2022. Okay, so again, get your applications in, get your loans forgiven. And once they're forgiven, that means you don't owe any money back. You should receive correspondence of notification from the SBA as well as your lender. Please save those documents, the emails in your email, create a folder for that, save it in your Google Drive or whatever drives you use, because you just never know. You need to have these things on record for all of the different programs that you have received relief from, grants from. Have a folder set aside that you can always revert back to if ever someone comes back, because they can, and it's just assume that they will. And it's not an issue. You just want to be ready and make sure you continue to have your things in order. And then also, if anything ever comes into question, you have your records, and it's easy to be able to access. You don't delete any of the information that you receive from the SBA. I know when I got forgiveness, I had received a follow-up encrypted email. I couldn't get access to it, so I just simply called, and they were just reconfirming that my loan was completely forgiven. And so I received 3 PPP loans, and all of them were forgiven. And so I am so thankful for that. That means it's now a grant. That's money you don't have to pay back, that you can use in your business. And please, with all the relief that we're getting out here, please use the money wisely. Please spend it on what the eligible expenses have been defined as. I'm still getting questions, like even as late as today, about what can I use my Eidl loan for. Okay, so we have videos on all of this, right? So you cannot use any of this money on any personal expenses. This is business related relief funding. And also, depending on the program, it clearly stipulates it gives you a complete list of what you can spend the money on. You cannot spend it on any expansion. So if you want to go buy a new business, go buy a new building to expand, know that anything that will expand your business is excluded from what you can spend the money on. You're spending the money to build your business back to where it was prior to the pandemic. So if you need to outfit for COVID, right? Outfit your brick and mortar, create a new space for that, or new room, sectioning off, new training, those types of things, regular operational expenses, marketing. Somebody asked me about a website. Those types of things are normal operating expenses. If you need to hire, a consultant or a mentor or a coach, that's what you should be doing, right? You can do all of those things. So there's a lot that you can do with the money. Expansion is not one, and personal use is not one of them. But everything else you can spend it on, even payroll. But again, when you're looking at if you have idle funds, make sure that you're clear on what you spent on payroll with PPP versus on idle, and not the same periods. That's one of the benefits, just circling back on ERTC, which many people don't know, is that many people were declined or they weren't declined, but you weren't eligible as a business to get ERTC and PPP at the same time. But as you know, many bills have passed. There have been many extensions, many improvements over the months and months and months that we have been going through this pandemic. And not everybody circled back, right? To see, oh, well, they made this change, or maybe my business or their business qualifies for this. So maybe your accountant didn't tell you, or maybe they don't know. Maybe they just swamped and don't have the capacity because they're very busy. But I don't want that to be a reason why you miss out on these opportunities. I am so happy to partner with bookkeepers, tax professionals, accountants, to help. We can help do the heavy lifting to help your clients get these tax credits. So again, please reach out to me, email me at hello@shebosstalk.com, and let's see how we can partner together. The child tax credits are on pause. We know that many millions of families were receiving the child care tax credit through the end of 2021. The balance of you can claim on your 2021 taxes when you file them. Please be mindful of this. Make sure that your tax preparer, tax professional is mindful of all of these relief programs and how they impact your taxes, if at all. Benefit wise or tax liability wise, they need to make sure that they're accounting or making sure that you're getting the additional credits that you're entitled to. So you can do that. So it was 6 months worth of monthly payments, and then you can claim the remainder on your taxes. You should have received an email from the IRS regarding this, giving you a heads up on what to expect with tax season here, right? Getting ready to prepare your taxes. That's going to be important. Now, we know in the bill that is currently being negotiated by Congress, they have not come to an agreement on it. They were wanting to pass this big rescue plan bill before the end of 2021. They did not. There's some senators that are holding it up because they just don't agree on everything, right? So they continue to negotiate that. But in the meantime, what that means is that what they anticipated in the bill to expand the this tax credit so that you continue to get those monthly payments, that is on pause. So many millions of you all will not get it this month. So we won't know what will happen or what that final child tax credit will look like, if at all, if it ends up in the bill or not. But I know it's a huge on the agenda. They really want it to be in there. So we'll see what happens with that. Don't know if once they pass it, if they will retroactively, make the benefits available. They have done it in the past. So we will see. I will keep you updated on that. But, do let me know if you receive the tax credit. How beneficial was that to you? I can imagine that it was, because there's a lot of testing of these guaranteed income programs. There's many in the states. I've spoken about this before. So please do check your state for guaranteed income programs. A lot of these programs are piloted. They may be sponsored by an organization in your local area or by the government, right? So there's many of these programs. I know there's one in Georgia. There's several states that are doing this right now, but they're testing this out to help to bridge the wealth gap. And many other countries do this. So this is new for the U.S., but it's something that they feel like can really be helpful to continue to lift people out of poverty and build and bridge that wealth gap, which is huge here in the United States. So that is the child care tax credit. Just want to remind you all of the child care independent credit, which is separate, where you can get up, if you qualify for it, as much as $8,000 per dependent. If you have one dependent, if you have two, that's $16,000. This is the largest that it has ever been, because they know how expensive childcare is. So that is a credit I hope many of you all are taking advantage of. And again, you take advantage of this on your federal taxes when you're filing your taxes. And so with that said, there is a state grant for childcare providers that not only childcare providers can benefit from, but you as parents, if you are parents, can benefit from to offset your expenses that or the cost that you pay to child care centers. So please let them know, or you can inquire when you go in. And ask them, do you know about, I watched, an expert on the stimulus programs, and she mentioned that there's a child care tax, there's a child care provider tax grant, child care provider grant that you may qualify for. And I would encourage you to look more into it. And you can send them to our video if you like. How to access the grant? They really need to get in touch with their state. It will be the Child and Family Services Department in their state. This program is overseen by DHHS. It is a $49 billion grant. And every state at this point have already gotten their funding, have already rolled out this program. Ohio, I have shared this again, and I'll share it again. That Ohio's is open and available. So every state has a child care provider grant. Okay, and there's monies in there to help offset the cost of your customers as well. So be sure to apply. Again, connect with your state. If you don't know how to get into contact with child services, you should, but just start at your governor's office, and then they would direct you on where to go and what agency or department is overseeing that child care provider grant. I mean, you're talking about thousands of dollars in grants, and this is not only available to child care centers that are brick and mortar. This is also available for home care, home daycare. So someone just emailed me the other day asking, I'm a home care provider, is there any relief? So again, there are still so many businesses that don't know that these programs are available. And this has rolled out a few months ago. Okay, so we want them to get the money while the funding is still available to get access to these programs, which it is. Just a reminder too, as I just mentioned, there are other benefits as well, other tax credits that you may see. Please start preparing now for your taxes. Make sure that you're working with a well-vetted tax professional. As always, if you need a referral, you can feel free to shoot us an email. We give out referrals all the time. What I found is, during this pandemic, during some of these Eidl workshops, is that, you may not be working with the best person, or maybe you've outgrown that person. Sometimes, you're working with a professional that you put your trust in, and they may not have all the knowledge that they need to support your business, right? Not all tax professionals are the same. Not all accountants are the same. But we found that in some instances, there's been huge missteps, right? Miscalculations of income, misplacements of income, not considering income or credits, just flat out telling you you don't qualify for things, or don't count your income, which is a no-no. If you make $600, you are required to report your income in a 12-month period. And I know some of you have heard, from the people that you may be working with, you don't have to report if you don't make $20,000. That is not the case. And so what happens is you haven't reported your proper income and expenses on your tax returns. So it does not look like you have a business, or it looks like you have a business, but all of your income isn't accounted for. So therefore, you're not qualifying for as much as you could have. Okay, so it's important. Use the financial relief that you have received to get connected to experts that you need that can help you move your business forward. That is so important. That is a great investment to make in your business, whether you need a tax person, a bookkeeper. I just invested in a bookkeeper. Right? I was doing it on myself, right? But I want a designated person, and that's her role, to manage my books, make sure that everything is properly categorized, everything is flowing in and out appropriately. And that's how you can properly have your eyes on your money that is flowing in and out of your business. So I'm excited that I had the funds to invest in a bookkeeper. Okay? And there's more team members I need to invest in. I'm actually meeting today with the VA And I'm hoping he can bridge the gap in my business from an operational perspective, because I need more of my time freed up to do what I need to do, what I love to do, and to focus on making more money for the company so we can reach our goals. I'm investing in a profit specialist. I just got off the phone with her. Super excited to be working with her. So once we get the bookkeeping set, I'm bringing her on board. Investing. It is investing. Look at the return of investments that you're getting on these things, right? I have big money goals. I don't know about you guys. I hope you do if you're following us. We're about building wealth and building legacy. We're about making 6 and 7 figures. It is possible. I just did videos on it. How you part-time, you can make 6 figures in your business doing so different ways, part-time as an entrepreneur. But set yourself up for success. Get your business ready, position, get your business structured. If you haven't gotten your business registered and taking care of those basic foundational things, take that money and get your business registered. Go get that EIN. Go get your business bank account. Set yourself up for success in 2022 and beyond. Okay. And with that said, 2022 grants, didn't I tell you? Okay. In 2020, I said they were coming out, and they did. Okay. 2021, more came out. More grants are coming out. So I just did a grant video. I'm going to do another one specifically on grants. The whole video, almost an hour, was dedicated to nothing but grants that are available for entrepreneurs, small business owners, nonprofits. There are many grants out there, but is your business positioned to get them? Do you know how to qualify? Do you know how to apply for these grants? These grants are so simple. They're simpler to apply for, that you don't need a grant writer. But you need to know what you're doing. You need to know what you need to qualify, how to stand out as an applicant, what they're going to be needing or asking for of you in your business. That's why we put together these master classes, cheat sheets, to help you get access to these grants, because more and more are coming online. Like just a few days ago, Uber announced in partnership that they are rolling out these grants. It's already open. I announced it in the previous video. Go check it out. These grants are on our grant tracker, which is a free listing. List grants, list pitch competitions, and many of these grants are in your local area. And people email me all the time. What's available in Texas? What's available in California? Look, we can provide the top grants, and we go through some of these other ones in the video to show you that these opportunities are available in your local area. I went over business plan competitions, pitch competitions, other grants that are in your state, in your county, in your city. And I actually got a testimonial the other day in my text that one of our followers followed our instructions and got a grant in Arizona in her county. I believe it was for $5,000. Okay. So when I'm telling you there's grants in your state, there's grants in your county and your city, if you go to our grant tracker, we tell you exactly what organizations, associations to look at, to go to connect with, to get access to grants and other types of funding for your business. They are out there. Okay. And so they're looking for you. So sometimes they do commercials, but some states are better than others. So use our grant tracker. Start there, don't end there. Use that, then start calling and saying, okay, what programs are available for entrepreneurs? What programs are available for small businesses, right? If you're a nonprofit, there's thousands of grants for you. Find a foundation in your area. Like we have the Cleveland Foundation. They have given out hundreds of millions. And I mean, they made it so easy. They were just handing out monies to nonprofits that's doing good work, helping people through COVID. So it was so easy to get a grant. You didn't have to write a big, lengthy grant proposal. You just have to be making an impact on your community and have a 501c3 organization. So you have to know, what are they looking for, making sure that you meet the eligibility. They are always so clear on what makes you eligible and what you need to apply, when the application periods are open. Then it's just up to you to be ready and shoot your shot. That's why we have created all of these tools for you to help make it even easier, right? Because we still get emails and messages for people struggling, but you still haven't gotten our masterclass. You still haven't gotten our cheat sheet, right? And time is ticking. These grants, these programs are time sensitive. Some are open a few days, some are open a few weeks, some are open a few months. It just depends on the program. But the window is super tight. It's like whoever gets to it and whoever has a complete and accurate application gets it. We had our grant program. Go check out the video on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page of the video that we did with the awardees, and we gave tips. We talked about the process that we went through as the committee to review all the amazing applications that came in and what made applicants stand out above others. Look at that video and take those tips and use it for yourself. Go look at a pitching video, a pitch competition. Look at how they're pitching and what they're saying and what they're doing and how they have their decks set up, how the videos, how they're mapped out. Look at some of those things and let that help guide you into improving your applications, improving your pitch. I mean, I can't even say I'm the best pitch person, right? So I have peers that are amazing at pitching and win like almost 90% of the pitch competitions that they enter. So this is an area that I want to improve in. We have pitch decks. We're creating more pitch decks so we can go after more of these opportunities as well. Again, the money is out here at every single level. There's money in the federal government. States are continuing to come out with grants. And on Monday, I'll talk about one because I get gig workers asking me. There's fewer grants for gig workers, but they're out there. There's a state that I'll review on Monday that just announced that they're opening a grant program specifically for small businesses. That means the independent contractors, the gig workers, because they know that those businesses, right, us micro businesses, the ones with less than 10 employees or none, have been the ones that have been left out of a lot of these programs, like including Ohio, right? They opened up the grant program and closed it with $200 million or just about in the program, right? They need to reopen that program and expand it to those that they excluded in the first round and open it up to other businesses. There is not a single business that has not been impacted. I don't care if you have employees or you don't. Everyone has been impacted and everybody needs to be able to have access to get a grant of some kind. So yours may not be as much as a larger business, but you can get something, right? So some of these, the lowest amount is maybe $3,000 or $5,000, depending on the state. That will be great for a lot of businesses because guess what? Most businesses that I talk to, they say to me, all I need is $3,000, $5,000. That would really help me take my business to the next level. That would really help me provide a cushion for my business, help me to sustain my business. They're not even asking for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So why not reopen that program, give all these businesses $5,000, these gig workers $5,000. They've been impacted and continue to be impacted with COVID on the rise. Right? So less drivers want to drive and be exposed to that. Less people want to get in the car and be exposed to that. So we're still being impacted and there's still need for more financial relief. And I'm telling you that more is coming out. More has already come out. More is expected. More states are going to be rolling out more programs. I talked about Michigan is opening up. They've been big with grants. Okay. So they're opening up another $400 million fund for small business. Do you know about it? Or is this your first time hearing it? So for a lot of people, this is their first time hearing it because there's not anyone else talking about this, not only telling you about it, but telling you where they are and how to go get it, how to get your business in the position so that you can go after this money that is out here. I'm talking billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars available. Those of you that ask, no, all grants are not for women. Not all grants are for minorities or Black people. There are grants for Asians, Hispanics, regular business, Caucasian businesses, small businesses. There are all types of grants for every type of business. I don't care what type of business or what stage in business you're in. There is a grant with your name on it. It's just a matter of, are you going to go after it? Right? Are you going to go after it? What are you going to do? Right? Are you going to do what it takes? I mean, it may take you making phone calls. Is it worth it for you to do it? It may take you setting aside an hour a week or an hour a day to dedicate to research and look into and apply for grants for your business. It may take that. But are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to make getting money in 2022 a priority? So for me, I made it a priority in 2020. It continued to be a priority for me in 2021, and it continues to be a priority for me in 2022. Right? So whatever opportunities are out there that I can take advantage of, I mean, I can tell you right now, I still have 15 applications for grants, pitch competitions, and accelerators pending, and I monitor my emails for that congratulations email that tells me that I am a winner. Okay. And so I encourage you all to do the same thing. I'm gonna keep shooting my shot. No, I do not win every grant. I do not win every accelerator or pitch competition, but I win a lot of them. I win what I need to move my business forward. And I cannot tell you how helpful getting access to grant money has been during this pandemic to move this startup forward. That we are a startup here. This is a startup business. I started this show for free. I didn't turn this into a business, a company, until 2020, until the first month of 2020, and then we incorporated our business in June of 2020. Okay, so I'm a new business, just like you all are new business, and I've been able to get grants. I was able to get PPP with this business. Okay, so I couldn't get everything, but now time has gone past, and I'm able to apply for businesses. I've applied for multiple accelerator programs with this business, and right now I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to hear good news on the SNAP accelerator program, because that's $60,000. If I get that, they're going to help me be an even better content creator. They're going to provide me with resources, an expert team, and $10,000 per month to be part of their accelerator. I'm waiting to hear back from Facebook on We the Culture Accelerator, where they have a grant. And I'm not sure how much their grant is, but these grants usually they're paying you a grant of $5,000, $10,000 or more per month. And some of them are a flat grant, like a $25,000 or $50,000. I don't care what it is. I can use that money towards my business. So that is why I continue to make it a priority. And I encourage you all to make it a priority for yourselves. Now, before I close out, I know it's a Friday, but this is important. This is important information. Too many businesses still don't know that there's relief available for them in their small businesses. So it's worth my time to get on here for 40 minutes to tell you about all these different programs to be aware of and how to get ready to get access to these programs. I can guarantee you there's somebody that just showed up that they're just hearing about PPP. They didn't apply for it. They missed it. Or they're just now finding out about Eidl. They didn't apply for it. They missed it. Right? So I don't want you to miss out on the employee retention tax credit, any other tax credits, the child care provider credit. I don't want you to miss out on the rental relief that is out there, the utility relief in every state that is out there available for you to take advantage of, even landlords. So I talked to a landlord the other day. They didn't know. They did not know that they could pursue getting rent relief for their tenants. So instead, they closed up their rentals, right? When they could have gotten up to 12 months back of relief, of rent for their business. There is rent relief out there for you as the landlord and the renter, and 12 months of utilities that you can get paid for in your state. Please check your state, check to see if funding is still available in those states, because every state is different. But it just saddens me when I keep hearing that people did not know about these things, or they took themselves out. They just didn't do anything about it. Or earlier on in the process, when we thought COVID might last 2 months, they thought other people were more needy, and I'll let them have it. And I said back then, we don't know which way this is going to turn. We're 2 years into this, and we're like higher than we were at the height of the pandemic in 2020. So you just never know what's going to happen. So get the relief for what you need for your business. Don't focus on other businesses. Let them get there. You can tell them about these programs, but don't forego getting it for yourself because you feel sorry for other people. I know I've spoken to businesses or consulted with businesses that they did fine in 2020. They're getting hit hard in 2021 because of the impacts on the supply chain due to COVID-19. So they're getting hit hard now in 2021, and they need relief now. Okay, so every business is different. Every business needs relief. So I'm just going through here. Thank you so much. I see all of you are out there. Shout out to Melanie. Thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it. Those super chats during our lives on YouTube go towards our She Boss Up grant fund so we can give more grants to women in business. So we even have someone saying that they're on the verge of closing. So again, make getting money your priority. Use our resources to see what is out there and available and what you can apply for. And many of you, I know you haven't checked, and there's just money waiting in your local area. I can't say that for all the states, but most of the states there is. I see it every day that someone found money in their city. They found money in their county. They found money at the state level. If you're in New York, if you're in California, those are the two states with the biggest funds available for grants. So if you're in New York and California and you haven't gotten some type of relief, there's a problem right there. Let me know if you're in New York or in California. There is definitely money available. I already said we have a top states with COVID grants. We will continue to add on to it. Okay. Hi, Sharonda. I see Sharonda here. Can the funds be invested on behalf of the business? No. Not relief funds, right? Grants can be more flexible. When you apply for grants, some are flexible, some are more strict with what you can spend it on. I remember a grant last year was like a $50,000 grant. It was basically like, we're not even going to tell you what to do with it. It's yours. If you want it, you do with it what you want to do with it, right? So it just depends on the program. But I can tell you for sure, if it is a federal state relief program funds, you cannot use it for investment purposes. Okay. And they're clear on, they'll tell you what you can spend it on. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that this information is helpful to you guys. Someone is asking me about Texas. Those of you that are in more Republican states, some of them have been behind the ball. I don't know what's going on, but they receive money. There are grants in every state. What I'm saying is at the state level, I have not yet to see a major COVID grant for small businesses. So it's on you to really, I would rather gather up the troops in your state, small businesses, and get on the news, get an article written in the paper, start calling your governor back to back, flood your governor's office and ask them, where is the relief for small business owners? You know that they receive billions of dollars for relief, but where is it? Your business is suffering. You have to tell your story. So if you're suffering, start telling your story. Get on your own YouTube channel. Get on your own Facebook Live or LinkedIn Live or Instagram Live. Start sharing your story about how your business is suffering and how businesses need more relief. Petition your congressmen and women. Go to their Twitter account. Twitter is huge for that. I did that. That can help get results. Put the pressure on them to give us more relief. Okay? All right, so I'm going to close it out. Again, happy Thursday. Have a wonderful weekend. As always, continue to be the boss with amplified impact. Continue to stay safe and in good health. Have a great day.